Hello and welcome to the Practical Show, episode 2 again, the show where we discuss AI tools, sales funnels, accountability, decision making, and much more to help you grow your business. And we do more than just discuss, we actually give you some practical tips that you can use straight away. Hi, my name is Thomas. I'm your host. I'm with my co host Anna. We're thrilled to bring you on our journey of discovering in AI tools and business growth. So, Anna, what have we lined up for today?
So, hello everybody. Yeah, today we will be going through some AI tools in Canva, and we have Lee Tunney as our VIP guest. He will share his experience with AI in business, and also he will talk about his 5 modalities program and how to develop your business further. And back to you, Thomas.
So, right, Anna, listen, what have you done this week with AI, right? I know we're not totally focusing on AI, but today, yeah, we are. Have you done anything with AI in the last week or so?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we actually, myself, I was spending more time in Canva and obviously on ChatGPT, as many do nowadays. But some very interesting fun factor I would like to share. So I discovered through within our family circles to say that we now can buy a washing machine, AI washing machine.
Yeah, you were
So,
telling me about
and
that.
that washing yeah can do a lot of stuff and I guess can save a lot of time. And that AI washing machine can be controlled through your phone and it can talk to your dryer also. So that was my fun factor this
Here,
week about AI.
I actually have a video here of it, I think, right? So hopefully it'll come up and play for us.
Okay, yeah.
Well, we see. Yeah, we have one here.
And by the way, nothing to do with us and Samsung washing machines, but we'll show the video.
We're having some issues. All right, okay. So what would you use that for, Anna?
Probably last why
Did you did you buy one?
yeah. Well, first I would say no, I'm seriously considering, right? But firstly, how is that to do? What that has to do with developing your business and progressing your business forward? I guess the most valuable currency, as we know, is actually time. So I believe that with AI, even and domestically, would say AI can help to save a lot of time. So I will be investing more time into it myself to learn first and then make a decision. Will I get it or not? And I
Okay.
want to ask you, what about you and AI this week? Something
Oh, all right.
interesting,
Okay.
Thomas.
So this week, I've used AI on my phone, ChatGPT version 4 to be precise, right? I've used it twice. One, I'm no electrician, but growing up before there was regulations, I learned a lot about electricity. But there was a light switch not working. And I took my phone, asked AI, what's wrong with this? And it told me, and I had it up and running very, very quickly. It's been broken for 4 years. Also, my hedge trimmer, petrol hedge trimmer, decided it wouldn't work. And I asked ChatGPT, what's wrong with it? Pointed my phone at it, gave a picture of it, it gave me a couple of things that were wrong, told me the carburetor possibly was dirty. I didn't know where the carburetor was, and I asked it, and it pointed it out to me. So, yeah. And what's quite interesting, I decided not to fix it. I brought it to a mechanic, and I saw him doing something, and I said, how are you going to do that? And he explained exactly how he was going to fix one small element on it, and it was almost word for word as if he had taught ChatGPT. It was fantastic. So that's just an everyday practical use for Chat GPT on your phone. You can point it at things and it'll explain what's what with you. But yes, but today I think we're going to get down to
I don't know if
Canva.
I'm brave enough. I don't know if I'll be brave enough to use it or fix the electrical stuff myself, but it's good to have the information, I guess. But yeah,
Yes.
and please, please don't try it at home.
Yes, exactly. Oh, well,
Okay,
yes.
so
What are we next
where
doing
are
next,
we
Anna?
going next, Thomas?
I think we're going into
It's our
Canva,
Canva.
Canva, I believe it is. So, do you want to tell people what we're doing with Canva?
Well, Canva, say a lot of people use Canva for many, many years, but what we're going to concentrate on today is the section there that says AI powered tools. And we would like to share our experience with some of them. There is a lot of interesting things, but we find out some of the things that are probably not as useful. So we're going to give us our review today.
All
Over to
right.
you.
So, yes, what we've discovered is there are 80, 80, that's 80 AI tools that are inside in Canva. They're all third party and they add to the creativity of what you're doing. Now, obviously, today we don't have time to go through 80 of them, and we're going through them one at a time. Some are pure useless, and that's what we're hoping to do is save you some time. And as we go through them, if you've got any comments or anything, and we'd really appreciate the engagement, right into the comments there, ask us any questions and so on. So we're going to start. I'm going to talk about all the ones in purple. Anna's going to talk about all the ones in red. I'm starting off with profile photo. Right, here we go. Right, profile photo. This is what it says. Profile photo says that it is there to help you enhance your professional headshots. Right. Anna, can you verify that I am sharing my screen here? Yes?
Yeah. Yes,
All
you are sharing. I'm excited to see what's next.
All right. Okay. Yeah, because you already know. So I took a professional photograph that was taken by a colleague of mine. He's a professional photographer, and I uploaded it to see if it could enhance it. It claims it can add light and everything to it. And, if you've got a bad photograph and you want it for LinkedIn and you want to enhance it or something, right? Well, this is what it did to me. I'd love your comments on this. Do you think it improved it or not? Here we go. This is AI in action, right? Okay. I would give this one a 1 out of 10, 1 being bad, right? I don't think it did. It gave me a couple of extra pounds, maybe took the light out of me. I suppose if it was a really bad photograph in the first place, by the way, I wasn't even wearing that shirt. I had a suit on, right? It was a very, very easy interface to use. It was a matter, there was no controls in it. You just uploaded the photo and it did the work. And this is all inside in Canva.
I don't
And
think
that,
I will be advising my co-authors in our book project, School of Hard Knocks. Definitely not.
yeah.
We'll go on that one.
So the next one then is Anna. That's your one. I think you
Yeah,
were studying this
this
one.
is an interesting one. Yeah. Obviously, we all need pictures, and we're all looking at images, and even I'm quite a bit on LinkedIn. So every post you have, I'd say picture will say is 1,000 words. So said, okay, let's try to generate something here. So the experiment that I had is to generate something in Canva through AI powered tool, but it's actually ChatGPT. So if you go to the next one, Thomas, or maybe I could do that also. When I tried a simple thing like Cat is reading an AI book in Canva, this is what it came up with. But the app it says that it will be realistic photo or realistic image. And as you can see, nothing worked there. And in fact, I wanted an AI book and it become an art book, right? But what I did then, just to say the difference between if you're using ChatGPT versus Canva or ChatGPT through Canva, the same prompt was given here, and this was the image that was generated in ChatGPT. And also, and by the way, just to tell that this is a 4.0 version of it. And if we go to our next slide, it actually gave me by my 5-6 words there, it gave me the description of the image also. So sometimes, even so there are a lot of AI powered integrated tools, we need to decide which one actually works best. And integration not always is successful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Over to you.
There was a huge difference in that one by not using any tool, just doing it natively inside Chat GPT, right?
Yeah.
Okay. big difference. So the next one that I found, and by the way, we didn't know if any one of these would work or be of any use at all. And this one here is for, it generates music. And anybody who's been doing anything with videos and needs music overlay or anything like that, trying to find music can be quite a difficult thing to do. And this interface was very simple. All you had to do was select the type of music you want to use, whether it's ambient or whatever. Just pick a few details on it. You can even mix up different genres. That's all that was in it, and click generate. It takes approximately 15 to 30 seconds to generate a piece of music. I can tell you from experience, being out there looking for music to play over different things, maybe it's to accompany a voiceover or something, quite difficult. This saves a lot of time, this one here. And Anna, the next one, I think this is one of my favorite, but you went and studied it, yeah?
Yeah, so I think we're going to run quite quick from the next slides, Thomas. So this one, again, we looked at presenters, and my next slide is actually the visual. And will we play this one? I don't know if the sound is okay there, Thomas. This is a live show.
It's a live show.
To our practical show.
And it's not really playing.
Yeah, let's try it again.
Nothing happening, right? Yeah. But anyway, look, Anna, how would you, we've listened to her several times. How would you rate the quality of it? And this was text to video, was it?
Yes. And the thing is that you have to be quite specific. And before you put any time to any of those tools, maybe you need to read how do they work. And some of them will not give you actually enough words or enough characters to get through your message. So you have to be quite specific. And because there's so many tools, read that first before you actually dive into creating something, and it will be a pure waste of time. And we have another example going forward why we will emphasize on that.
Right.
So
so the next one up is it's called Coloring Book. Now, I think they could have given this a better name. I would call it an illustrator. It's a very useful tool for illustrations. And look, there's a lot of very qualified illustrators out there. But this one here, I took some very, very simple prompt here. I said I wanted a cozy living room with a fireplace and a bookshelf. It took precisely 10 seconds to give me this image. And if I had put in any other prompt into it, so it's text to illustrated image, you can create almost anything for you. So that could have a lot of practical uses depending on your business and what you're going to use it for. I know I have a colleague, he was on last week, Alan Bell, he was on last week's show, and he uses an illustrator for lots of his web-based work. So that could actually save a lot of time. So the next one, I believe, Anna, is one that you might have had a bit of trouble with. I'm not sure.
Speaking of illustrations, and I was wondering, why do we need synthetic people, synthetic humans? What is it all about? It's actually, Thomas, I think you had a very great answer there. If sometimes we create a banner and we're looking for something very unique and different, but we don't want to use people that we know, and we're all aware of data protection and all the GDPR stuff. So this, I thought, would be a useful app to use, that tool to use, that you can actually create so many different images and then create overall image, and it will be very useful. But what I found that if you look at the next image, it's actually very, very limited. So it can give you happy, angry, sad, and whatever. And there's only three different buttons to use there, but that's about it. It's not as much as it's very user friendly, but it doesn't give you enough to create, or you need to spend probably more time to create the amount of people that you want. But if it's only a small amount, this will be ideal tool. Very easy to use. Literally within seconds, you have all your images created, and then you can combine them into one and put the message, and you know that is definitely unique to your banner or your message, and you're not copying anybody else's work.
Ex-
So, which
exactly,
is
because these people do not exist, I'm assuming, Anna. They're just all AI generated from scratch. They're not Google images, there's nothing there. And it helps you create your advertising banners or banners for the website or social media or whatever. Yeah, okay, right. That's a nice, handy one. It's got a practical use, right? So here,
yes,
this
yes.
one here is myself, right? I was looking at this one, and this one is called Image Animate. And again, all these are inside in Canva. Canva is completely built all around AI, some native built-in tools. But this one here is particularly good for somebody who's got an e-commerce website or anything that they're trying to sell, because it does help highlight the product. Now, I've only put in a 30, what is it, a 5 seconds there, right, of some, but it can do a complete rotation of a product. It takes a simple image that you would upload and it will animate it. And it's got various different types of animation it can do. Now, I have to say, this one, that Image Animate, yeah, this was the one. This is created by a company called Vimmerse, Vimmerse. I didn't like the interface that was inside in Canva, but when I clicked on the Vimmerse hyperlink that was given by Canva, I went to the website. They have a lot of features in there, and they have a lot of examples of how you could use this in an e-commerce world, right? And I just see, I was about to give up on it until I saw the practicality and how it could really be used. Yes.
Yeah. The other one, we talk a lot about avatars, right? And I saw this one. I said, oh, cool colors. Let's try. So you upload your own picture and you're asked to create an avatar from your picture. I think I was excited about it. I said, okay, let's see what it does. And I uploaded 2 pictures. One was with a white background. The other one was a black background. So here are the results. And as you can see, well, my hair definitely, maybe the color, but I am not going to be using that avatar. So in the messages here that you have to try a couple of times to see what it's like and ask a question. Do you actually need an avatar? What is the purpose of that? And yeah, so I won't be rushing to use this anyway.
Yeah.
And next one, I think it's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Thomas?
The thing about avatars, I think people are looking for, if you're not happy to put yourself out there on camera, right? Yeah. But really some of the tools, they're not real, they're not authentic. So no, right? Okay. This one here, hopefully it will play. We're having some bandwidth technical issues here today. This one here is a question as well. Why would you take a character and make it talk with AI? So hopefully it'll work, and I'm going to play it and see what comes up. Not working, is it? We're getting no sound at all.
Try it again.
Right. This one is called
something like.
Sorry, we're a total. Yeah, that's what you get when you have a live show, isn't it? Right. Okay. Here we go again.
Like this, yes. In your business.
Here we go. Let's try it again. Right.
It is.
No, it's not working.
It's not working, Thomas. We're going to move to the next one now, and
it might help stand.
But what it has is it has a total of 18 templates where you get characters like these to deliver any message for you. It's you have the templates, and you just put in text and it turns it into voice. It does have some real practical uses if you were advertising in a bakery, and they give you all different types of templates. So the question is, would you use it, something like this, in your business or not? The voice on it is pretty good, only we can't hear it.
It might help stand out from the crowd.
It is called, I'll spell it, LAMU, right? I think it was it, right? And this is...
I'm going to move quickly because
Yes.
Thomas, I want to introduce our so next one, just to give a very brief of this tool. It's not as much a tool that you want to share. It's a great tool if you want to invest money.
Is another
because what we found
example of the are available to choose from.
This is very interesting, Thomas. Yeah.
You and 12
So,
I don't know.
And your text to audio allows for one.
Sorry, you want to go on something else happening.
AI is taking over. So just to mention that I think we can move to Lee just in a minute, but to say that some of the tools in Canva, they will let you use it, create whatever you want to create. But when you go down to download it, there is no button for that. And this message in blue comes up. And basically, they're telling you that it's $28, I think it was, wasn't it, to download that video. But we spent considerable time. We absolutely loved what it created, but it wasn't for free. So again, do your research before you start using the tool. Otherwise, the time is wasted. And I don't know if the last video can be shown, Thomas.
What I would say, though, is what we're trying to do here, a lot of it is do the research for you. By having it done, you could possibly save yourself a lot of time. And we have a video here on this one, do we? Yeah, that's not going to play either. Yeah, I doubt if he's going to play. But again, describe what happened here with this particular one, Anna, right? This was called, what was the name of this one?
Yeah, this was the people one.
This was the Nero AI. This is actually quite good, I think, only for... so this one is worth checking out for yourself. I've made one of these and I put it on my Zoom waiting room, right? And just letting people, giving a message to other people in the waiting room.
Yeah, it's your own message. You don't need to be there. So, and we probably explore more next time around.
I don't think we'll use one with video. We won't use anything with video, I think, right? Okay. So, yeah.
Images or...
So what I would say
is...
Please
introduce Thomas.
Yeah, so our next section is we have a VIP guest, and he's a business coach who left school at the age of 8, and during that time he's after building several successful businesses, and he's won the Business All-Star Award 3 years in a row. And his name is, and we're going to bring him up on the screen here now, his name is Lee Tunney, right? And here he is, Lee. And Lee is going to take it from here. We have a number of questions to ask Lee before we let him loose to talk about his 5 modalities. But yeah, let's give a warm welcome to Lee.
You're very welcome, and thank you, Lee, for that. Oh, very good. Yeah. Lee, before you go into your 5 modalities, can you please very briefly say how AI is enhanced your business? Do you use AI? Is it a good thing to have, in your opinion?
I think it's an amazing thing. It's helped me a lot because I have severe dyslexia. So I've tried Dragon Dictates and loads of different apps. For a while I was using Google Docs to speak into it, because you can go into Google Docs, go to tools, go down to voice typing, and you can speak to it. But my diction isn't the best. I don't pronounce words specifically. That's one word I've been practicing. So I miss bits. So to find a tool that would actually transcribe me, not write for me, yeah, because that wouldn't be the space I would be in. I'm very authentic in what I do. And I found a really good tool that has helped me immensely. So AI's in some ways has helped me, I suppose, and allow me to communicate faster, where otherwise my wife Roz or somebody like Kira Heenan would sit there, or my best man Mervyn Johnson, and I would dictate everything. I tried the voice dictators and then uploading it to Dragon Dictate. So AI, I found a new lease of life on it. Some of the tools you were showing there, I didn't even know existed. So you've woke me up today. I didn't even know you could do 90% of that. I just knew about ChatGPT, and you have to put a lot into it. Like I like it for giving you the insights on documents, but I don't really do much with ChatGPT. I just talk to my computer a lot through
Right.
AI. So that's it.
Right. Yeah.
I think AI definitely can be that personal assistant in a ways, isn't it, Lee? And a lot of time saved now because you don't rely on others. You can actually manage your time better by using some of the AI tools. Yeah.
Definitely. And I suppose when you look at, say,
So can we move to?
Google Maps and that, I mean, sorry, there's a delay. I was going
Yeah.
to say, when you look at Google Maps and that, it's a brilliant tool. What I don't like about the tools is I really like thinking. And I found in the old days, I used to remember all the phone numbers. I'd remember directions. Since I started using Google Maps and my phone, I forget a lot of things. So I'm very keen to stay, I suppose, leave focus and just using AI more as to shore me up with sort of not being able to spell correctly. And that's basically where I'm going to use AI. Other than that, I'm going to stick with the real world for me. That might be old school. I don't know. Sorry, Anna. I didn't realise there was a delay.
No, yeah, it is a bit of a delay, but I want to move to 5 modalities, Lee, and back. You mentioned authentic there, and we can use as many AI tools as we want, but there is a big question. If things are not right within, no AI tool can help you. Am I right?
I would say so. I think there's a lot of benefits for tools like that. I'm actually involved in a program that's being built for addiction with AI, more as an advisor and a counsellor, and in different areas like that. So in the addiction area, I think if you took it into, say, AA or different things like that, to have that virtual sponsor along with obviously a real world sponsor, I think for not only that, I think AI can be a very valuable tool for a human that won't open up because they can talk to, it depends what the AI comes back with, but as a listener, for a human to start opening up, especially somebody that's had a lot of trauma in their life, I think that I can see massive opportunities in, I suppose, the new future, as long as it's, I suppose, harnessed correctly and not it's the I suppose the simple, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Ethical side is definitely it's a big question, and I know a lot of people are working on that tirelessly. But I would like to go back to your program, right? Can you tell us a little bit more about 5 modalities that you have developed, please?
Okay, my friend. Well, 5 modalities, to put it in normal everyday language, it's just 5 labels that give people clarity. So if I'm speaking to a human, as in a conversation or interaction with them, what part am I speaking from? What part of me? And what part am I speaking to? So in communication, they're very valuable. When I'm inside me, from my skin in, and I know I'm confused. Let's say, what part of me is confused? Yeah, because confusion's left brain. Yeah, it's in our cognitive, conscious ability, the accountant type solicitor part of us. If I haven't got clarity or I haven't got clear vision, that's the right brain. Yeah. Now, some people would put down the right brain to dance and different things like that, and imagination. But when we look into our future, or when we get that radar data back, is it coming back as, I don't know, information that we can think in our head, or is it coming back as information we see in our head? The next one down. So you've got left brain, right brain, emotion. That's where joy, happiness, and all the emotional feelings come from. And then you go down to guts, which is your physiology, reptilian brain, fight, flight, freeze, sympathetic autonomic nervous system. And that's where fear comes from. That's where, in a sense, motivation comes from, drive. Um, so when we hear it in the marketplace, people might talk about a warrior mindset. A warrior mindset is where the left brain is driving the biology. So the last one would be spirit, which is our chi. So to put the 5, so chi is where our passion, purpose, spirit, excitement comes from. So when I'm really excited about what's going to happen next week, When you hear a statement like that, that means they're expressing their chi energy, and also they're expressing their right brain. But the energy driving the right brain is the chi. As in, I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to next week. I'm looking forward to next week. Is they're saying that what they see in their future, yeah, they're looking forward. I'm
Uh,
excited about next week. That's the right brain.
Lee, why is it so important to know 5 modalities?
Well, it's very important, even if you come back to it doesn't matter which part of your life, our lives, and whether it's us as an individual or us as a community or us as a family. Take it that a child's talking to the withdrawals, a child that's withdrawn. Yeah, what does that mean? Yeah, so if they're not talking, yeah, and that you've got no data other than maybe their physiology, what some might say state. Now, state is in my opinion, a very layman's term of looking at it, because it's when they're in a state, yeah, you've got to hear the language, yeah. So it's not just I'm in a specific state in my being, as in I'm lethargic or whatever. When I'm in a state, I'm not in the alignment of my 5 modalities. I'm in one modality in the negative. So when the physiology's down, yeah, which obviously a lot of people say change your physiology, change your state. No, it changes your physiology by changing your state. It just means consciously you're taking control of a modality. And then in the Freudian way, Gestalt type therapy, psychology, whatever, they might want to know why that state, whether it's emotional, you're in an emotional state, physical state, or a spiritual state, why that's happening. So the why is more to understand, which is a left brain way of understanding. So Freudian therapy really is to understand the subconscious from a conscious mind perspective, which doesn't really help people. It's a long-winded way of getting people what they want. So why it's so important, when you look at, say, a child, and you can see if they look unhappy, then they're showing you an emotional state. However, are you judging them from a conscious state? So it's looking at them and taking what you see and putting that back in you. And if I was expressing the same, what does my energy tell me? Is it a physical feeling they're expressing, an emotional feeling they're expressing, or a lack of pride feeling? So,
Hey,
but they look at the physiology.
yeah, sorry,
Sorry,
Lee.
Thomas.
Yeah. I was going to say, look, you have. We first met. You told me your life story, and I was very impressed with you and some of the things you've done in your life, right, from a very early age. And I tell people that don't know you about the mushroom story and the pigs and all that afterwards. The mushroom one in particular, really, really, oh wow! It just woke me up to who you are, right? So you've built several successful businesses in your life. And as we are, myself and Anna, putting on a practical show. And is there any one very quick practical tip you could give to somebody to help them move from one point in their business to the other? I know it's just throwing it out to you now, and we haven't let you know, but is there anything you could go ahead and let our audience know?
I think the biggest thing that gets in the way of an entrepreneur, business owner, business professional, or any human is they respect the feeling they're in rather than the goals they want to achieve, or the feelings they're lacking rather than the goals they want to achieve. So if you want a successful business, however hard that feels to you, that's a physical term, that's your reptilian brain. That's your fight, flight, freeze triggering in. Yeah. If you doubt your ability, that's your left brain. If you haven't got the clarity, that's your right brain. If you're not passionate or inspired about it, that's your spirit. So if you're not enjoying what you do, that's your emotions. Have the self-awareness to know what's happening inside you, because everything you do will come from you. Whatever you perceive to be your block, your obstacle, your challenge, that's physical language. Then realize that's your reptilian brain. So do something to tune in rather than keep pushing your feelings to the side. So if in my world, if you want success, you instead of setting goals and doing like a to-do list on what you're going to do with your life and a timeline on when you're going to achieve that, I would start with the feelings. How do you want to feel? Do you want to enjoy what you're doing? Do you want to be motivated to do it? Do you want to be have passion and purpose? And always hold those feelings in place before you pick any goal, before you choose any outcome, because then you've got unity between the three drivers of your life. Your life, as in life force, breath, heartbeat, that's your biology. You've got your joy and happiness, that's your emotions, and then you've got your zest, your excitement, spring in your step, that's your spirit. If you can hold those in line in a very authentic, not control, you can't control your feelings, but you must be able to transcribe your feelings, that passion, purpose, motivation, and put that into your goals, into your to-do list. And if you can harness your internal energies, you can always achieve success.
While you were talking there, Lee, I was thinking that would have been brilliant if transition year student could understand that and started from there, because majority of students, first year dropouts, they choose the course, they choose profession, something that they don't feel passionate about. So I was just listening to her say that would have been so powerful to have that at early stage of our life, isn't it?
Lee, we're very, very happy. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Lee.
Sorry, go on.
Go ahead.
I think what happens is everybody's planning for their future. So what they do is they put their feelings into the future. So if I pass the exam, if I get the job, if I get the sale, I'll be happy. So it means I'm putting my happiness on hold after a certain action. So if I don't get that action, I become unhappy. A parent might evaluate their children, or parents might evaluate their children by if my child gets, I don't know, 100% of the leaving, 80% on the leaving, whatever, then I can be proud of my child. Yeah, or my child has a safer future and more secure future, or is more capable. And these marks that we put on our children, I think, create the problems of our disconnection within our family or the disconnection within ourselves. Regardless of what the child does or the human does, if they're doing their absolute best and they've achieved like something, that's something to be proud of. But if we don't transfer those feelings of pride to them by the small wins, then we put too much pressure on them or us for the big wins. But if we hold the feelings as what we in it for, if I didn't enjoy what I did, I'm sure most people wouldn't be doing it. But if we hold our feelings true, and most importantly, probably more important, is empathize where others' feelings are. Now, in the world I play in, as a coach, I can't honour the feeling the human's in, because then I have to disrespect the human. A lot of people want their feelings honoured and respected rather than their goals and their dreams and what they want to achieve. And as a coach, that can be a very challenging world, because they want you to respect the feeling they're in when you already know the feeling they're in isn't serving their future. So there's a couple of parts of the 5 modalities. It's one, it is very future based, but you bring the future to the present. So I've got to stop now because there is a delay. I don't want to be talking.
Yeah, that's a very nice, I'd say, finish of our program. We're delighted to have you here as our second guest, as we wanted to honor how it all happened. And I can tell my story on this, right? Alan was the one that introduced us together, myself and Thomas. But I wouldn't have been here if I didn't have my first introduction to Paul Rees. When I remember when I met you first, I said, yeah, I want to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And my aim was, can I be online? Can I be freely talking online, right? And here I am after working with Paul, and now we have this show. So it is an honor to have you here. And thank you very much for all the introductions and all the work. So I have my book still, 5 Modalities. So it's always on my table. And yeah, thank you again. And Thomas, over to you.
All right. So, so Lee, thanks very much for coming along. How can people get in touch with you? Do you have a landing page or web page or someplace there, or is it LinkedIn is where you want people to contact you if they want to know more about what you do and the services you provide on one-to-one coaching, etc., or the 5 modalities and group coaching and all that? Where can they get in touch with you?
Well, LinkedIn's the best, Thomas, because I'm a bit old school. I do have a website, but I'm very personal. People reach into me on LinkedIn messages and different things. I don't do reach out, but I'd run a lot of events, and I like to get people to know me and me to know people before they can find out about who I am, what my character is, the same for them, and then we can develop a relationship. And if my products or services or my network can serve them, then it serves them.
All right.
So the easiest way to reach out is on LinkedIn, and if anybody just goes there, puts my name in, they'll find me, I'm sure.
I've got your details up on the screen there at the moment, right? LinkedIn.com/IN/Lee-Tunney-Ware. And you'll get through to Lee there if you go and follow that link. Or as he said, just go and type in his name, Lee Tunney Ware, right? It's up on the screen. Take the spelling down, and yes, that's it. So that's where we're leaving it today now, I think, Anna, unless you've got anything extra to add.
Just want to say thank you, Thomas, and thank you very much, Lee, for finding time and joining us today. Thank you.
So that's it for now.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome anytime. Look, so we're off now.